This is the video lesson for 2.01, the assessment. In the previous video, I talked about the graphic organizer for the novel that you have chosen and how it also is referred to as the novel guide. So here in the assessment, it says, we know that writers always write with a purpose, even if it is simply to express themselves. As we read these stories of life and human rights, think about the reason the author writes, the technique used to accomplish his or her purpose, and the audience for whom he or she writes. Assessment instructions. For this assessment, you must state which book you have started reading. So if you have not picked, you need to pick now because you cannot go any further until you have read the first section of your book. It says attach a prediction, and so a prediction means, guess about the future. So you're going to create a prediction about your book and where it's going. So it says attach a prediction to your statement about what human rights issue will be covered in your book. Because remember, all 5 of the books deal with the issue of human rights. Some of them deal with them based on race. Some of them deal with them based on gender. Some of them deal with it based on even kind of like a science fiction futuristic idea that serves as kind of an allegory to human rights. So it can come in all different forms. And so it says here, explain why you believe this issue will be important in the story. And it's important to know, oh look, they've listed some here. Examples of human rights issues include, but are not limited to, gender equality, immigration laws, child labor, freedom, access to health care or education. Again, there can be many, many more. You must include evidence from your story that demonstrates how you made your prediction. This can be a quotation you copied from the book. So at this point, when you complete this assessment and when you turn in this prediction along with the novel guide, you will have already read the first section. So you're making a prediction based on the first section. And it says right here in bold, your prediction does not have to be right. And that's important to know, because as you are reading, you're gonna come back to this and be like, ooh, was I right? Was I wrong? Why? And you're gonna like kind of reevaluate why you thought what you thought. You are not based on whether or not you can guess right, and that's not how your grade is going to go. So I just want to see that you've made a prediction and that you've supported that with some kind of evidence from the book. Whether it's right or wrong does not matter. The actual process of predicting is what's important here. So simply read the chapters assigned for this lesson and then make an informed prediction about what human rights issue you believe will be most important in the story. So the assessment is completing the lesson and the self-checks, which you're not turning in anything for that. You just have to do them. The second thing is you're going to read the assigned chapter or chapters of your selected novel and complete the associated tasks in the novel guide. And I'm going to actually talk a little bit more about this in this video. And then the third thing is that you're going to submit your prediction as well. And then submit the whole thing. So let's take a look back at the reading guide, which was on page 4. And in the previous video, I talked about how some of the books are shorter, or they're kind of all about the same. Of Mice and Men, I think, is a little bit shorter than the rest. But the chapters are either longer or shorter. And I'm going to run out of time in this video if I don't talk a little bit faster. But for Their Eyes Are Watching God, you need to read chapters 1 through 4. For Ender's Game, it's 1 through 3. For the other 3, it's just the first chapter. And remember, you're picking one book, not all of them. And then you will go to the reading guide, which is on page 5. And you'll click on it. So let's just say you picked Their Eyes Are Watching God. And you're going to complete this in for each chapter. So this is going to take some writing and some work. It's for each of these characters here. And then the bottom part is only after you've finished reading. So it's just this top part that you're going to submit every single chapter. You'll need to copy and paste it into a Word document and submit it that way. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck with this.